and welcome to Pickle Vision with me, Captain Pickle. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're all having a fantastic time. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening and hanging out with me. We're going to be doing some Star Wars stuff. We're going to have a lovely time. I hope that you can hear the theme tune. It played through the laptop speakers for some reason. It didn't play in my headphones, but I think it plays on the stream still. So that is still all groovy. Let's get that music turned down a little bit because that's a bit too loud. There we go. Right, we are off. I am not very well. Get that straight out of there. I'm not very well. I've got a bit of a sore throat, a bit of a cold coming on. Woke up. It started coming on last night. I woke up this morning feeling absolutely shocking. Probably won't bother going into work today, but we've got a busy sort of week this week before Luke goes away on holiday and leaves me in charge. Can't wait for that. So I had to go in really, but yeah, feeling a bit under the weather. Wasn't sure if I was going to do the stream or not tonight, so I thought let's do something nice and easy. Let's have a nice painting stream. We'll paint something space film related because there's new space film stuff coming out Friday next week, whatever it is. I think it's Friday. Which I'm very much looking forward to. Cannot wait for Kenobi. So, you always seem to have a sore throat when I come on. It's just, I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. To be fair, I've been alright for a while. I've just, Luke giving you the lurgy. I don't think it's Luke. Do you know what? I'm blaming Mark. I'm blaming Mark because me and Luke are both ill. And we went to Murfield yesterday. And I only started feeling ill last night. So I'm blaming Mark. Either that, or it's the army that Luke bought that's infected us. Which it could be. You know, you never know. Anyway, let's have a look and see who we've got with us in the chat this evening. We have got... the microphone might be a bit quiet, actually. Let me just turn that up ever so slightly. Is that any better? That should be better. Right, okay, so in the chat we have Lapuno. Thanks very much for tuning in, buddy. Welcome to the stream. We've got Mr. Richard Smith. Thanks for joining us, bud. Welcome. We've got one of our fantastic moderators, Mr. Boffnet. Thank you for joining us, buddy. Welcome to the stream, dude. We've got Mr. Zane Morgan Crafts. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for joining us, dude. We've got Bram, one of our fantastic other moderators. Thank you very much for tuning in, dude. We've got Pirate Queen Pickle all the way from the other room. Thanks very much for joining us. We've got Cat Cave Hobbies. Welcome to the stream. We've got Yaravana. Welcome to the stream. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. Thanks very much for joining us. Lazy Money Painting. Welcome to the stream. We've got Katie Graham. Welcome. Thanks very much for joining us. We've got Void Captain Bazooka making a very smooth landing. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are okay. We have Andres Stockart. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. We've got Alex Knott. Thanks very much for joining us. Welcome each and every one of you. Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. We're halfway through now. It's Wednesday evening, which means there's only 2 days left. Before I get started, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to use all the links down below when you're buying your hobby products. We've got them for affiliate links for Grim Dice. We've got affiliate links for Element Games. If you whatever hobby products you need, you can get them through them, and it supports us and it doesn't cost you guys anything extra. And if you use the special code at Element Games as well, you get extra crystals, which means that you get like free money essentially, free account money. So yeah, use those. Or there's obviously our channel membership program over on the main channel. Massive thank you to all our current channel members. You guys are amazing. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for helping support the channel. Obviously, the best way to support us is just to carry on checking out the streams, checking out the videos, sharing us with your geeky friends, all that good stuff. If you don't already know as well, me and Elston do a podcast. We release a new episode every other Monday. There is one due out this coming Monday. We'll be recording it on Saturday, and we should have a special guest on this Saturday. Well, when we record on Saturday, episode goes out on the Monday. So look forward to seeing that in your podcast. What's it called? Like, is it a stream? Not a stream. Like your podcast reel thing. Thank you for your podcast, saving my day. No problem at all, Aaron Butler. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining us. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're well. But yes, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's very chill tonight. My eyes are hurting. My throat is hurting. I too are doing space film projects at the moment. Well, this is the first podcast feed. That's the correct term. Feed. There you go. This is the first of the Star Wars space film models that I'm going to have painted. Motorbike. I have a crazy amount of Star Wars Legion stuff. I have got so many droids, and I've also now started getting loads of clones as well. I think I've got 2 core boxes worth of clones. I think I've got like 4 core boxes worth of droids plus extras. So yeah, I figured maybe I should start probably painting some of them. I am planning on doing a big project, a big video for all my droids at some point. I've got some cool stuff coming to go with the stuff that I've already got, and I am just gonna I'm gonna do an Elston. I am going to do an Elston. I am going to get them all built. I'm going to get them all painted and learn how to play the game. So hopefully get some gameplay footage in the video as well. But yes, I am very much looking forward to doing that. I've got literally boxes just stacked up. Got my full core set plus Boba and the Emperor to paint. Dreading it. I'm actually really looking forward to painting. The thing that I'm not looking forward to is building. I built 1 unit of droids from my first box set that I got, and I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it did take me sort of like, I think it took me maybe 3 hours. I was on a hangout. We did it. This is months ago now. I think this might have even been before Christmas, but we're on a hangout. It took me about 3 hours. And I got 1 unit of droids built, and the fact that I've got at least 6 more units of droids, at least, plus droidicars, which are even worse, plus other stuff which is even worse. So I'm not looking forward to it. But I've got duplicates of stuff. Like this is a spare Obi-Wan Kenobi that I've got. So I'm going to paint this guy up normally, and then the other one that's not built, I might look at doing a conversion. So I've got an alternate model or something. I don't know. But I've got duplicates. I've got duplicate Grievuses. I've also got a Anakin as well, and a Padme. Who else have I got? I've got loads of stuff. But yes, it's all going to get painted soon. Hopefully very soon. What I need to do is get a couple of small videos done and out of the way so that I can then spend a good sort of couple, 2 or 3 weeks just doing Star Wars stuff. Lazy Mini painting, the force is with you, Luke. Visiting Walrus, hello all, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Thanks very much for tuning in. Lovely to have you. Hello to everyone that is just hanging out and watching as well, that's not in the chat. That's absolutely fine. You are more than welcome to just chill out with us this evening. So yeah, we'll move over to the painting desk. Are you genuinely excited for Kenobi? Looks like it'll be about strong female character. I've no idea. Like, generally speaking, the TV shows have been alright. Mandalorian season 1 and 2, I really liked. Boba Fett, or Mandalorian season 2.5, it was a cool concept. I liked bits of it. I think the bits that I liked the most were the Mandalorian bits, but there were some cool Boba Fett bits in it as well. I do think it was weird that it was a Boba Fett series that only got really good when the Mandalorian turned up. But it was all right. It was very middle. I wouldn't say it was a bad series, and it wasn't as good as Mandalorian. And the fact that they've got Ewan McGregor back to play Kenobi, but like towards old Ben Kenobi, and the fact that they've got what's his name, Aiden Christensen back to play Vader. I mean, I don't know how much he's going to be in it, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely excited because it's like a weird mishmash of childhood. It's weird mishmash of like the original series films. Mando Effect. This is my show now, exactly. But like, I grew up watching the original series, original trilogy. Like, I used to watch them on video all the time, like literally on repeat. And then obviously episode 1, 2, and 3 came out. I don't hate episode 1, 2, and 3. Episode 2 is the weakest, I think, in my personal opinion. I think if they cut like half an hour of that film out, all the like boring crap on Naboo and like a few other bits, it'd have been a much better film. It just slows right down in the middle. It drags on a bit for me. But I liked episode 1, and I like episode 3 a hell of a lot. So this is kind of gelling the two together, because obviously it's the actors from the prequels, but they're closer to the characters from the original trilogy. So yeah, I think I'm holding out hope that it's going to be good. I've watched the trailers, but other than that, I've not done anything else. Sith was good. I love Revenge of the Sith. I absolutely love it. Revenge of the Sith, just for the saber battles, is absolutely fantastic, and like watching that like final downfall of Anakin is fantastic. I like episode 1 because it's the start, and there's so many sort of like foreshadowing moments and little nods and stuff, and it's got pod racing, so you know, can't really complain at that. I always forget how good the pod race is. I know, right? The pod race, especially if you watch like the extended edition version, like the longer pod race, so good. So good. So yeah, so I figured I picked up a few bits. I went to Murfield Miniatures yesterday, and I got I don't even know where that box has gone. Here's the box. There's a box within a box. So yeah, I went to Murfield yesterday with Luke, and I picked up some bits. I got some bits for Alfie because he's started doing Stormcast, so I got him a ballista, celestial ballista or something for his Stormcast, and the 2 guys that go with that, and then a set of 8 Griffhounds because he wanted some of them. But then they'd also got some Star Wars stuff, so they'd got a Bark Speeder. They basically got a full set of clones from the core box. They're all painted, but I'm going to repaint them because this isn't the colour scheme that I want. So they've got a full set of clones, and then they've also got a Padme, and they've got an Anakin as well, so I picked them up. And obviously the Kenobi, which is what I've already sort of primed, zenithal, ready for tonight's stream. So they need sorting, and they need to go on my spreadsheet, and then they need to go in one of the many boxes up there. I've only seen 1, 4, 5, and 6. I fell asleep during 2 and missed 3 as a result. Episode 1, the issue I had was midichlorians. I don't care about that. It's just one of them things in it. It's like, suspend disbelief. Like, yeah. Kate Graham, I would highly recommend. I completely understand why you would fall asleep during episode 2. Episode 2 is episode 2. Like I say, it's a bit of a slog in the middle. Like, it starts off really good, and it ends good, but it's just the middle part. There's like, it really drags in the middle part. 2 has cool moments, but that's just it. Moments, exactly. That's exactly it. It's got some really good bits in it, but it feels like it needed another edit to trim it down because it just drags. There's parts in it where I'm just like, come on, get going. But it's well worth watching it to then watch episode 3, because episode 3 is my favourite of the sequels. The prequels, sorry. For me, it goes 5, 6, 1, 3, 1, 2, and then the rest afterwards. It was like a scientific explanation which was supposed to be mystical and almost magical. I mean, it's kind of all those things though, isn't it? It's kind of all those things at once. It's scientific and magic. That's Star Wars. I have a TV with all films playing on loop 24 hours a day. Boba Fett is about 60 years old and fat, but the show is meant to be 5 years after he fell in the Sarlacc pit, where he should be about 40. I saw the bits where he fights and he's like a malfunctioning slow robot. Yeah, I mean the guy that plays him is old though, isn't he? And the thing is, like, so like how old would he be? So the sequels are set 18 years, like 18 years after episode 3. So say that Django was 10-ish during episode 2. So he would be 30-ish. How many years is it between episode 4 and episode 6? It's a couple, isn't it? And then Boba Fett is set, yeah, about 5 years after. So it'd be like, I think it'd be more 45 to 50-ish. I'm not exactly, I can't remember the timings between episode 4 and 6. Like how long is it before Luke, like between Luke getting his lightsaber and then becoming, like, and Boba Fett going in the Sarlacc pit? I can't remember. I know it's only a few years. It's only a couple of years. It's not long. Everyone knows Rogue One is the best prequel. Rogue One is amazing. I absolutely loved Rogue One. Episode 2 had a really cool Yoda battle. It did. I liked the Yoda battle, but the Yoda battle in episode 3 is better, in my opinion. I think the Yoda battle in episode 2 was only cool because you didn't expect it. Because no one expected Yoda to suddenly start, you know, backflipping. I'm supposed to be painting. And I'm just... Let's move over to the desk. And we can carry on talking about space film. While I'm painting. Let's chuck that over yonder. So we've got Kenobi. So what I'm going to do is... What I'm going to do, I think, is use speed paint to get the base colours down. I'm not sure whether to go for Pallid Burn or Sand Golem for his sort of robes. The timeline in Star Wars is really confusing with all the films jumping in time and the odd add-on series and stuff. I mean, I don't think it's that confusing. I think Pallid Burn might be the way to go. Tell you what, let's do a test on some kitchen roll. I've got some spare kitchen roll here. I know it's not going to be exactly right, but we'll... Oh yeah, definitely Pallid Burn. Definitely Pallid Burn. The other one's way too dark. The thing is, with stuff like that, okay, but what about the real space movie Disney's releasing, Lightyear? I'm really looking forward to watching that. But the thing is, with stuff like Star Wars, and like anything that's like fantasy or, you know, magical or anything like that, is you kind of do have to suspend disbelief a little bit. Ignore Disney Star Wars and all as well. Yeah, see, I disagree with that. I think there's a lot of Disney Star Wars stuff that's all right. Yeah, this was the right call. Pallid Burn. Beautiful colour. I'm just being fairly steady with it. I'm not going to just lather it on. Gonna have to speak my piece now. I hate the sequels because on one of the main reveals in the original Star Wars series is that Luke and Leia are brother and sister. I mean, you should watch them in release order anyway. I always say that, and that's not just because that's the order that they were released in. That's because it's the same with Marvel films. So the issue is, if like, there's lots of people that are like, oh, I'm gonna watch them in chronological order, and like, that's brilliant. But there's loads of nods in films. So like, there are nods in films that are released after other films that will have nods to those previous films, but then if you watch them out of order, they don't make sense, especially if it's your first time watching them. So I always tell people with Marvel films, with Star Wars films, if you're going to watch them and it's your first time, watch them in order of release, because I feel that that's the order that they are designed to be watched in, because that's the order that they were released in. And then like if for like subsequent watches and stuff, you can watch them in whatever order. Can't suspend your disbelief when what's created is stupid. That breaks your suspension of disbelief. I mean, I don't think it does, because, like, realistically, dragons aren't real. But I watch films with dragons in, and I don't go, oh, well, that's stupid. But, like, in real life, dragons would be stupid. I'm not saying that all the new Star Wars stuff is good. Like, there's a lot of it that isn't. But, like, the Boba Fett thing, like, my issues with that aren't the fact that the actor was on a bit more overweight than maybe you'd expect plot-wise. Like, my issues with the Boba Fett thing is I don't understand why they did the Boba Fett story, because there wasn't really any story to tell. Boba Fett has become one of these characters that's sort of infamous, but realistically he had, I think, maybe 5 minutes of screen time in the original trilogy, and it's just that he was a cool character, or everyone thought he was a cool character. The only time I'd argue with release order is fitting Widow in between Civil War and Infinity War. Yeah, maybe. I watched Black Widow the other day. I mean, I'm not disappointed that I waited this long to watch it. Greatest character is without a doubt Jar Jar Binks. Brilliant. Good one. You have a suspension of disbelief with things that could be plausible. When it steps out of that plausibility, it becomes unbelievable and stupid. Oh, I guess I should just never watch any sci-fi stuff ever again then. Because, like, in a film where they have magic laser swords and can use some mystical force powers and stuff, like, if you're really worried about how did that guy get fat, like, I don't... I mean, to be fair, there can probably be all sorts of reasons for why he's put weight on. The fact that he survived for 5 years must mean that he has been eating at some point. He's been, like, nourished while he's been in there somehow. Get some black contrast paint now and just add that into a couple of sections. Trying to be as careful as I can. I suspend disbelief every time I walk out the front door. Brilliant. Right, okay, there's some bits in between armour. I gave him a bit of a zenithal with the intention that I then wouldn't have to paint the armour bits, or not much, because they've already got that sort of white and grey grading on them. I might have to touch up a couple of bits up, or just add a highlight. I'm trying to be as careful as I can with this black contrast, but sometimes even if you're really careful, you still need to tidy a couple of bits up. Nice Obi-Wan model. Where's that from? It's from Star Wars Legion, dude. I picked it up from Mayfield yesterday. I've been... every time I go in, he's got like Star Wars Legion stuff. And I keep getting bits and pieces every time I go in. Up to this point, it's mainly been droids. But I'm kind of at a point where I've got most of the droids that I need. Or at least like from the core sets. So I picked up some clones and others yesterday. Phil, good evening, buddy. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Kenobi series. I think obviously I've got nothing to base it on, but I've got a good feeling about it, and I'm kind of hoping it's good. It'd be nice to see that sort of that story. This bit under here is supposed to be black, I think, because it's his like undergarment bit, isn't it? So the plan is, I'm doing similar to what I did with my Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. I'm getting base coats down with speed paint, and then what we'll do is go in and add some highlights and stuff. The lightsaber, I might end up airbrushing that so I can add some lazy glowing effects. We'll see. need to try and get this sort of neck, a bit of neck armour. I think that's all the black. Oh no, there's under this arm as well. No, I am leaving his armour white. Alright, let me put it another way. You accept in fantasy, etc., that it's not real, understand the rules of the settings, and what happens in real life. But then things step out of all common sense, and it breaks those rules that you've suspended your disbelief for. Then it's stupid. It has to have a sense of reality so you can believe in it. I agree with that, but you're saying that you can't believe in it because a man put weight on. Like, I'm pretty certain that even in Star Wars, people put weight on. Look at Jabba the Hutt. He is weight. Like, I understand what suspending disbelief means. Like, I know what that means. I'm not a wazzock. Let's get some on paint on the wet palette. I want to get some scratchy highlights on these robes, just to brighten them up a little bit more. Hey Mythos dude, hope you're well, buddy. Man falls into pit, crawls out of pit, fatter and visibly 20 years older. How the fuck do you explain that retardation? Because the actor is older. Like, I mean, if that was a deal breaker for you, then fair enough. Like, each to their own. Like, that is not a deal breaker for me. Like, I understand that actors age. And realistically, they can't get anyone else to play Boba Fett. If they wanted to do Boba Fett, it's got to be him that plays him. Like I said, I mean, if that does it for you, then fair. I'm not saying you have to like new Star Wars. I'm just saying that don't bother me. Just gonna sit and watch Pickle paint whilst I'm shivering and recovering from the lurgy. Good evening, Essex boys, buddy. Hope you're a speedy recovery. Painting some space film tonight. I'll just put down a base coat of which one did I use? Pallid Burn. Why get an older actor just because he's the same one? You can't get someone else because Boba Fett doesn't remove his helmet. Boba Fett in the original trilogy was only on screen for like, I think he had about 5 minutes of screen time, so really didn't get a chance to remove his helmet. And they're all clones. Boba Fett is a clone, so he has to be the same person that played Jango Fett and that played and voiced all the clone troopers. Because see, if they'd got a different actor in for someone that was the right age, in quotation marks, and it blatantly wasn't the same person, that would be more universe breaking and like breaking like my suspension of disbelief than having a slightly overweight man in. Because that to me breaks the law. If it was just a random character, then fair enough. Boba doesn't follow the way, he isn't a true Mandalorian. Yeah, it's true. He's just a bounty hunter, isn't he, really? Like, he's not a proper... Well, like, even, like... Mandalorians take their helmets off. It's only the sept that Mando is part of that don't remove their helmets. Because, like, in the... it's in the go on, Clone Wars TV, so you see loads of Mandalorians, they all take their helmets off. I'm enjoying these scratchy highlights on this. Doing stuff like this, like highlighting in different ways. So I'm like doing this highlight, but it's not necessarily a super neat one. It adds a bit of texture to make this look more like cloth. And then the idea is that if I put any highlights on the armour, which I'm probably going to have to, because at the minute it's a bit plain, I'm going to have to maybe darken it down and then highlight it back up. But if I do put highlights on that, I'd make them a bit neater to try and make it look shiny rather than textured. Quick tip for you guys. It's my favourite way to do this is sort of like semi-stippling. Guess they could have Luke Skywalkered him to make him look younger though. I mean, there's doing it for one like tiny part of an episode, and then there's doing it for an entire season. Like, I imagine that takes up quite a lot of budget. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying they couldn't have done. It's Disney, but seen a lot of people complaining the first cut of Procreal is kind of bad. What's been your experience? Right. So, So with Procreal, I have always used the the first coat of Procreal not going on properly is dependent on the primer. Okay, so generally I prime everything with my airbrush. I have been using the Vallejo primer for a long time. I had no issues putting Procreal on over the top of that. That was absolutely fine. Obviously the Procreal airbrush primers, it works over that as well. There are some rattle cans that it doesn't work over the top of. So for example, the Colour Forge stuff, I primed... What did I prime the other day? I primed something the other day and it didn't like going on over the top of that for the first coat. Once the first coat was down, it was alright, but that first coat was rough. Luke sprayed something... I can't remember what Luke used. I think it might have been a GW spray, but it struggled to go on over that as well. So as long as you're using... Depends on the primer, basically. Using new shit as an excuse for current crap lore is a flimsy excuse for poor ideas. I mean, it's not. It's using the lore to explain the lore. Plus in the sequels, the other clones looks different, so that argument fails. What clones? In what sequels? All the clones look the same. There aren't any clones that look different. I mean, they have different haircuts, but they definitely don't look different. Which film are you on about? The cartoons are absolutely fantastic, Pete. Yeah, the cartoons are fantastic. It was fairly recently I finished rewatching them again. But yeah, I absolutely loved them. I have started watching Rebels, and then once I finish watching Rebels, I'm going to go through and watch Bad Batch. But the Clone Wars, absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really enjoyed those. Elston, good evening, dude. Welcome to the stream. Underdog Painting, welcome to the stream. Still need to get past season 2 of Clone Wars and season 3 of Rebels. Honestly, dudes, get through Clone Wars. It is amazing. I think I'm either still on season 1 of Rebels, or if I've finished season 1, then I'm only just on to season 2. But it's one of them. I think because Clone Wars got to the point where it was so good at the end, and like I haven't really got into Rebels as much. Like it's not gripped me yet. But I imagine it'll get there eventually. But I want to watch that first because then I can go back and watch Bad Batch. Just watching them in release order, obviously. I enjoyed Rebels but haven't watched Clone Wars. Clone Wars is amazing. I absolutely loved it. Not enough time. I'm using the little time to rewatch old favourites just for the sake of the comfort they give. I know that feeling. It's like I'm trying to force myself to watch new stuff because I do just sort of watch the same few different sitcoms and TV shows like on repeat. So I am trying to force myself to watch new stuff at the moment. I really should get back to watching. After Kenobi, I might go back and carry on watching Rebels. What's your paint make think overload my brush too much? It depends how much you're thinning your paint, and it depends what you're doing. Like for highlights and stuff, you really don't want too much paint on your brush, because it's super easy to overload it, and then as soon as you touch your model, it'll just run out everywhere. So if you're doing highlights and stuff, you really don't want a lot of paint on, especially if you're doing like little scratchy highlights like this. I've watched The Office, American one, all the way through 7 or 8 times. I'm exactly the same, dude. I absolutely love The Office. It's one of the rare occurrences where I think the American one is better than the UK one. I mean, I like the UK one, but the American one, I just think it's so much better. All I'm doing now as well, guys, is now that I've put the scratchy highlights on the highest up areas, I'm going in with a really, really thin down of the same colour and just sort of glazing from the shadows up to those scratchy highlights. Now it will cover over some of them, but then others it'll sort of just meld with them and it just sort of blends them all together quite nicely. When you do this, like when you first start doing like glazing and stuff, it's kind of you can't tell if anything's happening because it is such a thin consistency of paint. But as you go through and do it, you'll be able to see the effect afterwards. It can be really, really tempting to like really overload your brush when you're doing this because you think you need to because nothing's happening, but it's just a nice way of smoothing out between the layers so that the highlights don't look quite as harsh. You can still see some of the scratchiness there on the highlights, but it just sort of melds the colours together a bit, and then what you can do is just go over them a few times just to try. It's just so it's not quite as harsh a transition between the darkest and the lightest. So you can see there, the bottom half is the one that I've highlighted and I've glazed and stuff, and obviously the top has just got the speed paint on. So it's well worth going through and doing this sort of stuff. especially for like characters and stuff. I couldn't agree more, Essex Boys, dude. I absolutely love The Office. I've actually finished my most recent watch through only a month or so ago. I rewatched it recently just because, like I said, I rewatch the same few things over and over again. It's like mostly sitcom stuff as well. It's like Big Bang Theory, Red Dwarf, Office, How I Met Your Mother, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, I just watch them on repeat. Oh no, F's in the chat for Yaravana's pot of Agrax. F's in the chat. Gone but not forgotten. Another fallen soldier. Elson, how was your game today, buddy? I'm assuming that you've been out gaming because it's Wednesday. I meant to say Attack of the Clones when Kenobi is told about the clones and you see clones that look different to Jango Fett. They all look the same. But are not the Django/Boba actor. I mean, they are the that. That's why they're clones, because they. Playing Total War this evening. Ah, fair enough, buddy. The new one. What time is it? 5-2. Almost time for Loki Approved. If you've got anything that you want to share with us, work in progress photos, recently finished projects, anything like that, jump on over to the Discord. There's a link down below in the description. And post in the Loki Approved chat. And we'll show it off here very shortly. Putting goblins on bases for priming. Total War 2. Good reason to visit the local hobby shop. Brilliant. Right, okay, so that's his robes. I'm quite happy with them, to be fair. Yeah, I'm happy enough with them. I think what I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to add a white highlight onto the armor. I don't think I need to paint it other than that. I think if I just add the white highlight, it should bring it up. I was umming around about putting the white speed paint over it, but I don't know what that would do, if anything. I think once his belt's painted, once the base is done, obviously the lightsaber, his face and hair and stuff, I think the armor won't look too bad. I think it looks a bit off at the minute because everything is white. I mean, I might go over it with like an oil wash or something just on the white armor once it's done. Just to pick out some of the details maybe a little bit. And then I can just like take it off where I want it. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm quite happy with the robes on this guy so far. I think they're looking alright. Right, let's move over to... let's go back here. I need a drink. Right. Right, let's get Discord loaded up. Right, okay. Let's go over and check out Loki Approved. It is 9 o'clock, more or less. So let's go see what you guys have been working on, and then, depending on how long that takes, I will try and get some more work done on Kenobi. Which I do think I am going to paint some white onto his armor, because I think the reason why it looks off at the minute is because his armor isn't white, it's grey, because I've primed him dark grey and then white over the top zenithal, so it's just like a very light grey rather than white. So yeah, I think a bit of white on that might look alright, especially if it's just highlights. So anyway, let's go over to the Discord and see what you guys have been working on. So here we are over in the Discord. It's time to look through and see what you guys have been doing. Thank you, Mr. Boffinet, for opening the Discord today. Love this. So first off the bat this evening, we've got Katie. Finally finished my piece for Pride Month. Absolutely love this. This is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. Painted up for Pride Month. I love the scratchy highlights on the pinky purple there. The work on the flag is amazing. I love that it's like you've kept it nice and bright up at the top and then obviously dirtied it down at the bottom. I know you were talking about wanting to sort of grim it up a little bit. I think this is like the perfect combination of both. This looks absolutely awesome. I love this. I love the colour choice. The white armour is super crisp with the gold trim on it. That looks absolutely fantastic. And the highlighting on the pink on the back here is really, really nice as well. Absolutely superb work. I like the damage on this as well. I like the damage on the cloth. That's really nice. Absolutely fantastic work on that one. That gets a rainbow from me. That was fantastic. Love it. Next up, we've got Cat Cave Hobbies. The bulk of my Domitus Necrons has been sitting around primed for months. Finally managed to start painting them last weekend. Just a few highlights and cleaning up left, I think. These look absolutely awesome. I love the purple weapon glow. These look really, really, really nice. They stand out a lot. They'll stand out really nice on the tabletop as well. And considering that you started painting these last weekend, so like absolutely smashed it. I know everyone jokes about Necrons being like easy to paint and quick to paint and stuff, but that is still a lot of Necrons to get painted up in, you know, a few days. So yeah, absolutely awesome. They look really, really nice. I really like that purple. That is very, very nice. Yes, really, really like that. I particularly like all the glow around them as well. Yeah, these look fantastic. I love these. I like the eye on this guy. Fabulous work. Scorpec Lord. Love it. I like these. I like this colour scheme because it's like nice and simple and like real. It could because there's not too much else going on the models themselves. Like that purple glow really pops. That looks fantastic. I absolutely love these. Next up, we've got Not 47. Managed to finish up the remaining 4 members for my Stargrave crew this week. These look awesome. I love this green on this guy, on this alien's head. That like glow, like sort of glow at the front. That's really, really nice. Oh, and he's got like some pattern and stuff on the back of his head. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Ah, I love this guy. Look at him. I mean, that orc is really cool as well. I like that conversion. I'm presuming it's a conversion. But this guy, like just that scarring, that's so nice. Yeah, I really like that. I love that scarring on his face. The orange jumpsuit's really nice as well, but... Oh, look at this guy. This is a cool gang of people. I really want to get into Stargrave. I liked Frostgrave so much. Like, I really, really enjoyed playing Frostgrave. And Stargrave is just Frostgrave, but in space, pretty much. So, yeah, I think I'd be all kinds of in for that. I've been enjoying seeing this band come together, but yeah, I really like these. Awesome work, dude. Next up, we've got Deng. Completed my small Witcher diorama this week. The Leshish/Lichen, or Lycan, I don't know how you pronounce it. I converted and posted in Loki. Oh, that's the monster guy. Yeah. Posted in Loki Approved last week. It's a WTFF halfling tree man body. And a Briar elk, beer elk, head and front leg. The Witcher model is a straight up 3D print. All models from Warp Miniatures. Yes, the Witcher halfling is awesome. I think I've got like 2 of these printed off to paint. And I haven't got around to painting them yet, but you've done a fantastic job with this and the monster as well. That is absolutely fantastic, dude. I love this. Absolutely love it. That conversion is really nice. I like that glowing blue eye as well. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I love this. Awesome work, dude. Absolutely fantastic, man. Made the ammo chute slot, the tiny box for the rotor cannon magazine, and a few Expers rounds as seen in the Forge World reference photo to be trimmed later. This looks cool. So it's... Oh, right, okay, so that's to go... Yeah. To go down. Nice. That'll look cool when it's done. Yeah, I love this. Awesome work, dude. Mr. Bazooka. Next up, we've got Sprocket. Captain Crabclaw is finished with a grot I have yet to name. And Pegleg Pete the Grot. This is awesome. I love this conversion. Just the fact that he's got the big, massive swashbuckling sword behind him. He's got the big crab claw. The tiny little grot. That is a proper tiny grot. Yeah, this is an awesome and fantastic paint job on this as well. Love the colour choice. That orange on that claw is really, really nice. Love this. This is awesome. I love the green on this grot. Right, next up we've got Connor G, or Blue Box Bro. Made a little diorama calling it the Ghost of Krieg. This is cool. Just like one lone guy left on a battlefield. Ruin and debris all around him. I love this. Fantastic work on this, dude. Blooming marvellous it is. Blooming marvellous. Yep, love that, dude. Next up, we've got Phil Eddie Art. Being well posted prior, but here's Boba Fett from Star Wars. Reshot as I'd missed some bits and wasn't 100% on the base. This looks awesome, dude. I love this. Like, the colours are absolutely spot on. Yeah, this is a cracking job, man. Yep, absolutely love this, dude. Is this the Star Wars Legion one? I think it is. Dang. I love you, man. Love this, man. I love this, Phil. Absolutely spot on work on that, dude. Next up, we've got Raven's Rook. This week I painted my first ever Tyranid. Also made a start on Gobsprack, the Mouth of Mork. As you know, Greenskins is the bestest. This Tyranid looks absolutely fantastic. I love that blue and pink colour choice. Looks absolutely awesome. I love the darker recessed, like, sort of... I don't know whether they're, like, tears in the skin or whatever they are. But I like those darker pink and then the really pale pink over the top. These look really, really nice. That's a really nice colour scheme. Fantastic work on that. And Mouth of Mork is coming along nicely. Looking forward to seeing this one finished. Want to get myself one of these. It's such a nice model. Richard Smith, stop trying to kill me. Yeah, this is awesome, dude. It's such a nice model. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Awesome work, dude. Looking forward to seeing that one done. Look at him. He's so cool. It's a gorgeous model. I really want one of these for my Age of Sigmar army. It's on the list. It's on the list. It's on the list. Next up, we've got Mr. Pretzel. First ever kit bash on the Sergeant, and on other one other aggressor finished. Nice to be painting blue again. No one's ever said that before. This is looking awesome though, dude. Is this a kit bash? What's been kit bashed on this? Just because I'm not 100% familiar with this kit in particular. I mean, it's painted really nice. I'm assuming it's a head swap and maybe the helmet is on his belt. I'm assuming. Look at this. So neat. So tidy. Love it, man. For an Ultramarine, it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty dope. In fact, you'll get an Ultramarine. There you go. Next up, we've got War Daddy Miniatures. Some Katachan Jungle Fighters just finished. These look fantastic, dude. These are the new Imperial Guard models. Circa 2000, probably. These look fantastic, though. Awesome paint job on these. Absolutely classic colour scheme. Really like the bases as well. They're really nice. Are they the Green Stuff World's sort of foil leaf things? They sent me some out. I've got them in a pack. I've just not opened them yet. I'm kind of like, I want to try some, but I want to try them on like a random project rather than a big army or anything, because I don't want to have to buy any more of them. But they look nice on these, man. The bases are really top notch. I love this guy. Look at the glasses. Those glasses are spot on. Awesome work on these, man. Absolutely top notch. Fantastic. Next up, we've got Wolf Brother Mythos. Finished assembling my Impulsor and just started painting it. This is my Wolves custom colour scheme. Really liking this, dude. That blue is so nice. So is it like mainly black with silver and blue on then? Is that the colour scheme, or... Oh, this is for my Wolves custom colour scheme, right? So that isn't the full colour scheme, right? I appreciate that might have sounded sarcastic then when I was asking if that was the colour scheme. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing this one painted up, dude. I always like seeing tanks and stuff painted because tanks are cool, aren't they? Next up, we've got Not 47 kit bashing whilst listening to the stream. What is this? That guy's neck is way too long. So we've got all sorts of bits and pieces in there. Is this for Stargrave? That looks cool though, man. It does look cool. I just don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's for Stargrave. As maybe like an enemy or something, or... I don't know. It's looking nice though. That'll look really cool when it's painted up. Rex just needs final black highlights and the free hand. This looks nice, man. I've got a Rex model somewhere. It's in a box somewhere, surprisingly. It's a cool model. I really like the dual pistols. Awesome work on this one, man. Final black highlight, and then the free hand. What free hand are you putting on? Is it the insignia? Oh, it's another Stargrave character. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking nice, man. What free hand are you doing on it? Are you just doing the... Is it the Republic symbol? Or... I think Rex... does Rex have... Does he, like, mark his helmet for kills or something? Or battles? Or is that one of the other ones I'm thinking of? I can't remember. It's a cool model, though. I'm looking forward to painting mine at some point. Elston. Priming time. Yeah, Elston's been busy priming. Lots of models, basically, is the takeaway here. Basically, Elston decided to build and is now painting every single model on the planet. He needs the insignia and arm lines. Yeah. That makes sense. Ridiculous work, Elston, as always. I'm looking forward to Elston posting up armies and stuff again, where he's gone, oh, I've just painted this today, and it's just an army of stuff. Or like 18 Blood Bowl teams or whatever. This isn't all his stuff. This is just the stuff that is primed. Probably just the stuff is primed in the last couple of days. If anyone's not seen Elston's most recent video, there's a link in Discord in the Pickle Approved promotion. And if one of the mods wants to chuck it in the chat now, I highly recommend going and checking out Elston's latest video after the stream. It is absolute insanity. And it's just a small peek into Elston's mindscape. But yeah, awesome, my dude. Why do Elston's posts always look like an application for a Channel 5 show about hoarders? Brilliant. Hang on. Just working on the final part of my tree mans. Those little weird bug things. Man, these are looking nice, dude. So these are for the Blood Bowl team. Give me these bugs, like this blue one, this one, the yellow one. There's a nice pop of colour that as well. Against like the sort of neutral colours and the blue armour. Like that poppy yellow especially is really, really nice. That lighter blue is nice as well. Awesome work on those, dude. Such nice tree, man. Absolutely fantastic. And that's it. That's the end of Loki Approved. We did it in record time, guys. We did it. You and me together. I posted unfinished work because Loki's closed for me. But it shouldn't be. Close your Discord and reopen it. Let's go and find Zane's post because he's been a boomer and don't know how to use Discord. It's a video! What are you doing to me? Right, let's see if I can do this. Oh, hang on. There's music. Am I going to get a copyright strike? Hang on. Let's pause that. Right. Well, that's terrifying. No, I don't want to watch it again. How do I get this unbigged? There we go. Well, that's me not sleeping tonight. Thanks for that, Zane. I don't know. I try and host a nice family-friendly stream, and then all I get is people telling me that Boba Fett's too fat, and then giving me nightmare fuel like that. You shouldn't. I haven't. Brilliant. Well, that's all right then. But there we go. That was Loki Approved, plus an extra little trip over to finish work for Zane Morgan. Thank you very much, everyone, for sharing your stuff. I always love looking through Loki Approved. I always love looking through. But my dreams always look like Zane's film. My dreams always look like Zane. It did look cool though, Zane, to be fair. Is there a video out on this one yet? Is there a video out? Let's have a look. Is there a video out? Zane Morgan. Zane Morgan Crafts, ladies and gentlemen. Go and check him out. Not Zane Craft stuff. Different one. Better channel. There is indeed. Let's open that bad boy right there. Let's copy that. There you go. Go and check that video out as well after the stream. So you've got one from Elston and one from Zane to go and watch. Yeah, there you go. Go and watch them because I've not watched it yet. I'm going to watch it after the stream, but I mean, it's from Zane, so it's going to be good. More Zane on my TV. It's not a bad thing. I'll keep that bookmarked. Add it to the bank. Not that bank. A different bank. Anyway. Star film. So. We've got this guy. I think I should probably paint his... add some skin. And then his hair, maybe. So I could probably do with getting some more paint. Where is the flesh paint? Where is the flesh? That's Crusader skin. That'll do, I guess. Let's get some highlight colours as well. If I can get his face painted, I'll be happy enough. Oh, I meant to say as well. So, a couple of weeks ago, I did a stream where we talked about me wanting to lose some weight. And we came to the decision that I was going to put aside a few quid for every pound that I lost. And then we can save up for like a cool model or a cool project, something for the channel. So, update time, because Wednesday is my weighing day. I have lost, hang on, I forgot how much I've lost, let me check. Progress. There we go. Right, so when I got weighed the morning after that stream, because on that day where we talked about that, I'd forgotten to get weighed. I weighed 18 stone and 1 pound. That was two weeks ago. Today, I weigh 17 stone, 9 pounds. Which means I've lost 6 pounds. 6 pounds in a couple of weeks. So that's good. I've also decided that what I'm going to do is put £10 aside for every £3 that I lose. So it works out at £3 a pound and then an extra pound for the 3, if that makes sense. Just because if I put money into a different bank account, it's way too easy for me to just go, oh, well, I'll just transfer that over and spend it. Whereas if I take it out of the bank and put it like somewhere else, like in my room or something, in a box, in a piggy bank, I'm not going to be able to spend it because it's going to be at home. So, and the reason that I'm doing it like that is because I don't want to have to go and draw money out to then spend money to get change to put in. So I just figured what I'll do is every £3, I'll go and take a tenner out and put it in a piggy bank. It makes sense in my head. Anyway, I've lost some weight. That's basically that's that story. I lost £130, but that was my energy bill. But yeah, I've lost some weight. So yes, goal is, well, I've got like, if I can get under 14 stone, I'll be happy with that. Actual target is to get to 13, but under 14, I'll be happy enough with that. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Crusader skin. I absolutely love. I know that a lot of people don't like contrast paints and speed paints and stuff like that because it's lazy painting. But I absolutely love using this sort of stuff as base colours. Like, it's a really, really easy way to get base colours down and then just go in and highlight up. Oh, hang on. Put it on. Should probably put it on desk view. There we go. It's a really, really easy way to get the base colours down. He's got all his beard and facial hair. Oh no, I've got something on his shoulder pad. No, I'm going to wipe it off. Did you just change your eating habits, or have you started being more active too? I am trying to walk, like just get out for walks a bit more. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm like super active because I'm not. It's like we had this discussion last time. Like it is, I find it difficult to get much exercise in between work and Alfie and running the channel and filming and editing and stuff. I find it difficult to get in any real exercise, but I have been getting out for walks, even if it's just like to the shops and stuff, like walking there rather than driving. Me and Wendy have both been trying to do that a bit more, but it's mainly just been a diet change. I cut out eating all the like crisps and sweets and chocolates and all that sort of stuff. I've stopped having, I mean, to be fair, for like the week and a half I didn't have any fizzy drinks at all, but I've stopped having all the energy drinks and stuff that I normally have. I've cut down to like 1, maybe 2 coffees a day, and no more than that. So yeah, so it's been nice, sort of losing that bit of weight. I've just been eating portion control a little bit more, and you know, picking the right things to eat. I've been monitoring my calories a little bit, but I've not filled in the thing every day, because like the thing with me is like keeping track of it don't bother me. Like if it's something out of the ordinary that I'm having, I'll put that in so I can monitor it and keep track. But if it's like the same stuff that I'm having like fairly regular, I don't worry too much, because like I know how much it is, like, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go for Sand Golem for his hair, because he's not got brown hair, but it's like a dirty blonde, isn't it? So I think I'm gonna go for Sand Golem, because I think that might look alright. This is where it looks terrible, but it's just a quick reprime if it does look bad. Oh, it's maybe a little bit, that's a bit yellow. That is a bit too yellow, that, I think. Yeah, that's way too yellow. Can I mean, to be fair, I could probably put Pallid Burn on and then just not highlight it the same as I've done the cloak. Let's have a look. Yeah, Pallid Burn would work. I'll put this on and then I'll put maybe put like a brown wash over it just to darken it down a little bit. It's got a weird hair colour. It's like, it's not blonde, but it's not brown. It's like it's in between. And trying to get that right. See, this just looks, it looks too blonde now that I've put it on. Yeah, this is looking a bit too blonde, I think. Definitely needs darkening down. What else we got? Let's mix in. Let's do some experimenting. Let's mix in. Let's put a little bit of a light brown contrast, not contrast, speed paint, and let's mix a little bit of that with a little bit of Pallid Burn. Right, and we'll try this on his facial hair. That's just ginger. Let's try the brown by itself. That's not actually that bad. Let's see if we can just be selective with this so that you get a bit of the blonde in there as well still. Especially upon the top. Not too much of it. Yeah, I don't think this looks too bad. I'm gonna have to have a look at a reference photo or something though in a minute to work out the highlights a little bit maybe. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Although I have missed his neck with the skin. So I should probably paint his neck. I will have a go at painting his eyes, but not on stream. Right, let me have a look at a reference photo, because see, that's most of the blonde side. I've looked at a few different pictures of this model painted up by different people, and it varies between really dark brown and blonde, whereas I think I've ended up making him ginger. Right, well, we'll leave his hair for now. There's just a base coat that's down. Oh, actually, I can use the... I can paint his belt with the... That's hardened leather, isn't it? Yeah, let's paint his belt. We'll use the hardened leather one, and then we can add highlights to it. It's too close to his hair colour now. So we'll use a different brown speed paint. Rhymes with clown makes sense. Brilliant. I'm going to come back in once everything else is done and add a couple of metallics to a couple of bits on this, just to sort of break it up a little bit. But for now we're just going to go through and add the brown speed paint to the entirety of the belt, just to breaks up his robes. It's another colour on him then as well. Oh, I need to announce the next month's community focus in a bit, which I'm very much looking forward to. Should be something a little bit different. We were having a discussion and yeah, we've got next month's thing sorted. That, just adding that on, like, to break up the colour a bit, works wonders. The model's really starting to come together a bit now as well. This is one of the things, if you work in sections and just work on getting all of one section done and then all of another section done, it can take a while before the model starts to like properly come together, but when it eventually does start to, you know, work, it looks good. Let's just grab a quick wash. Really sorry for the sniffles tonight, guys. I'm trying my best not to too much, but yeah, I'm not very well. Stay open. There we go. I think I need a new pot of Agrax soon myself. So get some Agrax, and we're going to chuck this on the speed paint, although that's not really darkening it down that much. Maybe I need to brush up a bit more. That don't look too bad. It just darkens it down a little bit. I'm happy enough with that for his hair. I might go back in and darken it again like after everything else, but or I might repaint it once everything else is done, but for now it's fine. Right, I need to add a couple of highlights to the skin. What time are we on? 10:02. Right, okay. For the skin, I'm just going to use the same colour that we used to highlight the cloth earlier on. I've just really thinned the paint down and taken almost all of it off the brush. Really just got a tiny amount on there. That's as much as my stitches can stand, sat at the painting desk. Hopefully do some more tomorrow, but for now, off to watch some telly with Not Smith. Love you, Pickle, love you all. Mr. Richard Smith, thank you very much for tuning in today, buddy. Hope you're feeling fine. Hope you're a speedy recovery. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us and tuning in this evening. Do that, and then I'll probably put a flesh wash over that just to turn it all down and tie it together. I'm going to try and paint his eyes, but like I said, I'm going to do that off camera with a very different brush. His gloves need to be black as well, which I have a black speed paint out already. So I'll just quickly put the black speed paint on his gloves. See, the white armour doesn't look too bad now. There's plenty of other colours on there, sort of to frame it. The white bits don't look that bad. I am still gonna give them a highlight so that they've got like some bright white points on there. But it's mainly just going to be sort of edge highlighting rather than painting like the entire things. I might even finish painting him after the stream. I might just carry on painting. I don't just want to leave him sat on my shelf half done for forever. Which is what normally happens with sort of stream projects. There we go. Bit of metallic on his belt. He needs his eyes doing. I'm happy enough with pretty much all the rest of that. Like a couple of highlights on the armor, and then obviously just his lightsaber. I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. For a quick paint job on stream, that's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. Right, let's put him off to one side. So, I mentioned that we had a theme for next month. So obviously everyone knows each month we do a different theme on the Discord server, which is usually something that we all work towards, whether that be it's like a community project. So it's usually like a different painting technique or a particular type of model or a particular theme. So we've been picking random bits and pieces, like we did March for McCrag because it was March. We did armies for April because we wanted people to sort of get bits and pieces finished that they needed for armies and then show us their armies and teams and stuff. This month is Murder Mayhem. Now, what we need to do for next month, we had a discussion and we did pick something. We've then since had a further idea, and this is largely, Katie, if you're still here, this is largely down to you. We've been inspired by the paint job that you did on the Sisters of Battle that you did for Pride. So, next month, on the Pickle Jar server, it is Pride Month. So, pick a model, can be whatever you want, and just do something cool, something bright, something happy, something awesome. Motor Mayhem was my idea. It was your idea, Boffnet. I have to clarify, I don't come up with... Almost all of these ideas aren't mine. They're usually from Boffnet or Bram. And obviously we've got Pete and Victoria as well on the mod team now. It's usually them lot that come up with all the ideas, which is, it's what they're for. But yes, next month, it's Pride Month on the Pickle Jar server. So we are encouraging you to paint up a rainbow marine. Paint whatever you want. Nice and bright, happy colours. Let's celebrate, diversity and everyone just being able to do whatever they want. And like normally, like this sort of stuff, like, I know it causes issues on like Facebook groups and stuff for hobby people because people don't like it. But quite frankly, they can go fuck themselves because we are a nice, inclusive group of people. I'm so proud of our Discord server, and I know that you guys aren't like that. So that's what we're doing this month. I mean, obviously it's completely optional. You don't have to get involved, but I'm going to paint something up. I'm going to paint up I don't know whether it'll be a Marine or a Necron or something. I'm going to do something, and I encourage everyone else to... It doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be rainbow coloured. It can just be something nice and bright that sort of symbolises that. But that is the theme for June. June is Pride Month on the Pickle Jar. So yeah, hope you're all looking forward to that. I hope that is something that you guys want to get involved in and take part in. We'll put a channel up. We'll open up the channel either after this stream or some point tomorrow or some point soon-ish. This party political broadcast was brought to you by the Pickle Jar. Yes. Yes, so I'm looking forward to it. It should be cool. It should be fun. Yeah, something different. I mean, I like painting bright colour schemes anyway. So, yeah, it should be good. That's it, I think. I don't think there's anything else I need to announce. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what to paint for it, but I love the idea as a community focus. I'm glad to hear it, Cat Cave Hobbies. I've not decided what I'm going to paint yet. I'm going to take a look through my various bits and pieces. I've got loads of projects. I've got loads of like random one-off models. I've got loads of extra Necrons. So I'm going to pick something, and yeah, we'll work on something. But yes, Katie, if you're still here, it is largely down to you painting your Sisters of Battle for Pride Month that's inspired this decision. So, well done you. When we open up the channel, we will repost your photo and tag you and stuff. And I'll drop you a message and stuff because I would like to share it out on socials and stuff. If I can find, if you're on Instagram, let me know and I'll share it on a story. And I want to share it as a thing. What I'm planning on doing on Instagram as well. I keep meaning to mention it on Instagram. What I want to do is if you share photos on Instagram that are part of our different monthly community focuses. What I want to do is start sharing them on my stories on my Instagram channel. And then also what I'll do is I'll save that, and each month we'll have a new like set of things. You can save them like on my profile. I can save different sets of stories. So I want to do a new one every month. So we're going to start doing that this month. So if you do paint anything up for Pride Month for June, use hashtag #PicklePride. And we'll share it on Discord as well. I'll make sure to keep my eyes open for that and try and do that. But that is about all I've got time for this evening. For those of you that are still with us, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure. I am going to... I think I might carry on painting. This guy probably won't take too much more to get him done. I definitely want to get everything done apart from the lightsaber at least. And then it's just going to be a case of doing that afterwards. So definitely needs to be the last thing that I do though if I want to put any glow effects on him. But yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. It's been an absolute privilege having you here. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like down below. If you're watching this in the future, leave us a comment letting us know if you enjoy it or not. If you want to help support the channel, we've got all our affiliate links down below in the description, as well as our channel membership program over on the main channel. Massively, massively appreciate everybody that helps out the channel, regardless of which way you do it. It's massively, massively appreciated. So thank you all very much. But obviously, guys, the best way to support the channel is to carry on checking out the live streams, checking out the videos, and sharing us with your hobby friends, your nerd friends, anyone that you think might enjoy this absolute monstrosity of a channel that we've created between us. So massive thank you to everyone for tuning in, and we love you and leave you. I will be live Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. So I'll love you and leave you, and I'll see you then. And until then, guys, enjoy your hobby. I'll see you later.